This video will walk through basic budget navigation in Minor Research. On the Budget tab, we are able to access each budget period individually, the F&A cost, the Cost Sharing tab, Justifications, Versions, and Setup. At the top of the screen, we have the Source view. This is a way to view the budget detail at different levels. The Project view will display the total project cost, the Sponsor view will display the sponsor requested budget, and the Institution view will display the cost share. At the top of the page, we have a budget summary broken out by period. It shows the start and end date, the sponsor request, the cost sharing total, and the project total. The first section is the Personnel section, which will include all of the personnel entered in on the Personnel tab in the IPF. We are also able to add additional personnel directly on the budget screen. To do this, you would simply type the name of the individual you would wish to add, select the name, select their type, and select their role, and then click Add Person. This is the screen where you will enter the salary information for the personnel listed on the project. At the top, we have the Detail, Appointments, Justifications, Cost Sharing, and Effort Period tabs. The Appointments tab will not be used. The Justification tab is where you can enter in your budget justification information. The Cost Sharing tab is where you will enter in cost share on the project. To enter costs for the personnel, you will enter in their salary amount, their applicable months, calendar, academic, or summer. If you enter into the summer period only or the academic period only, the salary will calculate based on a 9-month appointment. The calendar period will calculate on a 12-month appointment. If you have an individual working in both the academic and the summer, the salary amount will have to be manually entered. For the fringe benefits, by clicking the Schemes icon, you are able to select from a list of fringe benefit rates. Based on your selection, the system will automatically calculate the fringe benefits based on the rate selected. You also have the ability to overwrite this at any time. In the second period, you see we have a box here. This box is for inflation rate. So you can enter in the percent that you would like year 2 to be escalated by, and the system will do the calculation for you. Once you've entered in all of the cost, you will click Save and Close. And you can see that it's added the second personnel with their time in budget period 1 and budget period 2. If you have someone that is a TBD on your project, such as a grad student or other professional, you can use this Add New Profile to add them to the project. The required information is their last name and their department. Click Set Department, then it will bring up a list that you can choose from, or you can type the department in the top box. Select the appropriate department and click Select in the top corner. Then at the top, click Save. You will also need to select the type and the role for this individual. Then you can click Add Person. This will bring up the same box as before where we can enter in their salary information. The next section is non-personnel cost. To add a non-personnel cost, you will select one of the categories from the drop-down and click Add Item. This will bring up the non-personnel cost budget box where you can enter in the appropriate amount for period 1 and period 2. Once you've entered in the amounts, click Save and Close. You are also able to add multiple non-personnel costs through the bulk entry method. This will bring up a box where you can select multiple budget categories and enter in the appropriate cost for each period. The next section, we have the subaward section, where you can add any subawards that are on the project. You can begin by typing the institution name, pick from the list, and then you will want to add the subaward PI profile by selecting Add New Profile. You will need to complete the information in this box. Also, select a department, which will default to the subaward organization. Once all of the information is complete, you can click Save at the top. Then you will click Add Subaward. Once the subaward is added, you are able to view and edit the budget detail for the subaward through this Detail button. This will open up the exact same budget, so you can complete this information for your subaward. You can see also on the left-hand side, it's added a subaward section where we can access that budget. The F&A tab will display the F&A information for the project. The F&A tab will show you the scheme, the base, the rate, and the effective amount of F&A being applied. You can change any of these at any time by selecting the appropriate choice from the drop-down. If you need to manually change the F&A rate, you will select Rate, click Manual Entry, and then you can enter the appropriate F&A rate. You will then select Apply, and this rate will be applied to the project. You can also manually adjust the F&A by clicking this Manual F&A button, which will unlock the screen below so you can manually adjust the sponsor F&A base and or the F&A amount. The Cost Sharing tab will display any cost share that is included on the project. To enter cost share, you can click this Detail button. There are two ways to enter cost share: cost sharing by breakdown or cost sharing by build-up. Breakdown allows you to adjust the percentage for the sponsor or the institution. Cost sharing by build-up allows you to directly enter the cost share amount for the appropriate category. You also have the ability to add a source. So this shows here, source 1 is the sponsor, source 2 is my department, which is where the cost share would come from. You can add additional sources at any time. You can do this through the Add New Source at the bottom of the page. Once your cost sharing has been completed, you can click Save and Close. And you can see that the cost share has rolled into period 1. The Justifications tab is where you will upload your budget justification. You can click Choose New File, select the file from your system, and upload it to Niner Research. The Versions tab will show the various versions of the budget. The Setup tab is where you can change the project dates if they were originally entered incorrectly when you were setting up the proposal. To do this, you can click Project Period Dates. You can add another budget period or shift the project dates.